Always initiate with kindness. You like something about someone, point it out. You're not going to lose anything. The more skills you have, the more business you're going to get. The more knowledge you have, the more business you're going to get. The sharper you look, the more business you're going to get. The more people you know, the more business you're going to get. Pitch your product here, pitch your product there, talk to this person about it. You're going to get rejected a lot of times. Not interested. No, I don't want that. Analysis is what gives you consistent results. On every sales call you do, why did you close this client? Why did you not close that client? Why did this person not engage with me as much? Why did they break eye contact? Everything. Take notes of everything. You are the business, and more than the business itself, everything you do counts, and it will help you in your business and in your personal life. There are two paths in life. You can take the normal path, the path that most of our parents, our families have taken. Finish high school, go to university, get a degree, get a 9 to 5 and try to work yourself up from there. Or you can take a different path. You want to make something happen by yourself, but everything is against you. But you know what? There's one thing holding you and keeping you on this, and that's your belief in yourself. I'm gonna cover 4 things in this talk. 1, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story and how it may resonate and help you with yours. 2, I'm gonna give you some key points and the most important lessons I've learned throughout my journey and how you can implement it in your life and not just take some information. We're trying to apply something here. And 3, I'm gonna give you a challenge, something to start with right after leaving here, okay? We're not here to get any information for motivation or any of this. Trying to make something happen, okay? Great. So, first of all, who here is running a business right now? Raise your hand. Oh, you're running a business, kind of. Okay. And who here has a business idea but has not started with it yet? Raise your hand. Come on, guys. We need more hands. Come on. Okay, that's great. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about my journey. So, my name is Joseph Tannous. I'm a Palestinian, born and raised in Jordan, a devoted Christian, and a man who's in love with the game of business ever since I was a young kid. I'm currently pursuing my engineering degree. At the same time, I'm running a 5-figure PR business. And, you know, doing both at the same time is a chaotic life, and that's why I'm here. And if you didn't connect the points, I'm taking both paths right now. So I can give you some insights on what it actually looks like. All right? So I started my entrepreneurial journey when I was 12 years old. Back then, I had only one goal. I wanted the PlayStation so bad. For all that have happened to me. Everyone had one. You know, my friends had one. My cousins had one. Everyone on social media had one. Everyone but me. What the fush? Come on. I did what every 12-year-old naturally does. Went up to my parents. Hey, please, mom, dad, can I get a PlayStation? And their only response was, Joseph, once you get better grades, we'll think about it. That was hard for me. That was really hard for me. But me being a hard-headed kid till now, kind of, instead of getting motivated to study more and get better grades, I thought, you know what? If they're not going to get it for me, I'm going to get it for myself. So I found a way to buy these watches in bulk where I can get a discount on them, and then I can sell them for a $7 profit each. Good business. Why not? You know, 12-year-old making money. I didn't make much money from that, honestly, and didn't end up getting that PlayStation, but I can get it now. It's okay. Then I'm going to fast forward to me becoming a 17-year-old because I'm going to try to make this as short and beneficial as possible. I became a 17-year-old, and when I became a 17-year-old, I didn't know what to do like in life. I knew that the normal path isn't for me. I looked around me, talked to some university students, asked them, okay, why are you taking this degree? Why are you in this industry? What's your passion? Is this your passion? And their responses never convinced me. One tells me that, you know, AI is the future. That's why I'm going to get a software engineering degree. One tells me I'm going to get a medical degree because it always pays well. Another person tells me I'm getting an engineering degree because my family were engineers. I'm going to take the same route as them. And that was never really convincing. Sorry. Like, that's not for me. Either way, I looked at the other side. I looked at the people whom are actually doing the jobs. They finished the degree and they're making it happen. Okay, let's see what these guys have to offer for us. Talk to them. How is your job? Are you liking it? What got you interested in this? And 99% of them are unhappy with their jobs. This doesn't make sense. They're doing it just to pay the bills. They're doing it just because they have responsibilities, which I honestly really respect about them because most of them, like, they're trying to feed us. So I respect that about them, and most of my family is in this route. All love and respect. But with all love and respect, this is not my path. I'm not going to go through this. So as a 17-year-old, I looked at my resources. What can I do? I want to make money. I want to have a business. I have an entrepreneurial mindset. What should I do now? I really loved the subject of math. Math wasn't even a subject for me. It was a hobby. Give me an equation and I'll solve it. This was my PlayStation. So I looked at my options. Okay, I'm good at math. I can help other people with math and I can make a profit from it potentially. So I started tutoring and I did that for about a year. Didn't make much money or as much money as I wanted to. And that was because I was really bad at marketing, which we're going to get into later in this discussion. But you know what? It was something. I wanted to do something and I did it. Finally, I made something happen. It wasn't just an idea. And then I turned 18. At 18, I moved here, studied engineering, started my studies. I wanted to do something. I had a big passion for fitness and I had some experience in video editing and video creation. So I started a fitness page and worked on that for a while. I started a copywriting course, took it and was supposed to transition into doing copywriting for people, for companies and individuals. And I took a stocks trading course. I read a lot of books on copywriting and stock trading, courses, everything, took all the information in, did not make any money from my fitness page, did not make any money from copywriting, but I learned the skill. As for the stock trading part, I actually made some money. It wasn't a lot, but you know what? I did something. And to this day, I made a system that I could just plug the numbers in, some yeses and nos, and it logically gives me the right answer, whether I should buy or sell. And that I use this program to this day. And then I became a 19-year-old. At 19, I stopped my copywriting. I stopped my fitness page. I continued with stock trading, but trading in general is not a sustainable stream of income, which we're also going to cover today. So I looked at my options. I wanted to do something, but I don't know what to do. Okay. I was once speaking to one of my friends. I was at his house. He was telling me about this clothing brand idea. And, I had nothing to do at this time. I looked into it, made my research, and it turns out, you know what? I can do that too. So I started immediately, worked for 8 months at this business, in the e-commerce business, learned a lot about logistics, but I wasted a lot of money on subscriptions, wasted even more money on meta ads. But on the upside, I learned a lot about marketing. I learned a lot about running ads. And it seemed worthless at the time. I was actually it was just a race to the bottom. When am I going to hit $0 in my bank account? Running ads, you need to study it. Yeah. And they closed down that business after 8 months. And right before turning 20, I was going to transition into another content creation kind of business. I'm not going to spoil it because I think I'm going to end up doing it. But right before starting the business, one day before starting the business, I got a phone call. It was a guy I knew from high school. When I was a senior, he was a junior, 1 year younger than me. We had a couple of conversations. We're not even friends. We had a couple of conversations about business, about fitness. I know that he's into self-improvement. I'm into self-improvement. I said, okay, let's see how this goes. Talked to him for a bit. He heard my story. I heard his story. I told him about me closing down my clothing brand. He told me that he has some ideas about how he wants to start a business. He has all these ideas and is looking for a partner. And he offered me do you want to be partners? Now, I've never had a partner in my life, even though I've been working ever since I was 12. Never had a partner. It was always a solo kind of thing. So I took three hours away. Told him, okay, I'll get back to you in a few hours. Give me a bit. I'll come back. Spent some time alone. Thought about it. Okay, I'm going to be partner now. This is much like marriage, believe it or not. You're going to spend a lot of time with this person. There are finances involved, a lot of responsibilities. So I thought about it, talked to my father about it, talked to my brother about it, and then called them 3 hours later. Aziz, fuck it, let's do it. So we started with the business. 6 months later, it's now a 5-figure business. And if in a few months, we're going to hit 6 figures, hopefully. And my goal is to hit 7 figures before turning 22. I'm actually 20 right now. Before turning 22, which is a year and a half from now. And as I said, I'm doing this alongside my studies and with everything. So it's been a chaotic life. All right. I've learned so many things. I wish I could give you all my brain right now, just to see what the hell is going on in there. But I'm going to make the most use out of the time today and give you 6 things that I've learned throughout my journey. These 6 lessons are life-changing. I need you to apply them. Don't just listen. If you don't believe in them, don't apply them. But I truly believe in them. Okay. Are we having fun so far? Okay, great. The first one is people over everything. Repeat it after me. People over everything. Thank you. People over everything, guys. Without people, life is meaningless. You can become a billionaire. You can do whatever you want. Without the right people around you, without people you love, what kind of life is that? And you get money from people. You don't make it out of thin air. You get money from people. No one makes it very big in life without having a support system of people. It's always about the people, okay? So I want you guys to always support each other. You know, you're in this community, you finally you found something or a place where you know that you all have similar interests. You want to do something different in life. Finance, business, whatever it is. Support each other. Collaborate. Just like I'm collaborating with a lot of people. Listen, I can do what I'm currently doing without the support of my parents. I wouldn't have my peace of mind. Without my partner, I wouldn't be in this business. Without Sarah helping me with my assignments, I wouldn't have enough time to focus on business. Without Zaid helping me in my chemistry class, I wouldn't have gotten an A. I wish I could get all the credit, but you know what? A lot of people have been helping me, and I've been blessed with a lot of supportive people around me. So collaborate, support each other, and this I wasn't planning to talk about this, but don't get jealous of each other. Jealousy kills friendships. You know, your friend might make it before you. Okay? If you hold a grudge and you're jealous of them, this will just break a friendship. Instead of being jealous, be inspired by them. You know, someone in your circle made it. Now you have someone to ask. Keep your ego down. It's okay. We all learn from each other. That's why we're not like God didn't make one, He made all of us. Okay? So that's the first point. Second point, I honestly wanted to combine the first and the second point together, but the second point is networking is everything. All right? They had a fight and broke up. That's why they're separate now. But networking is everything. Matter of fact, without networking, I wouldn't be talking to you guys today. No thanks to Marcel here. I met Marcel at the gym. He was doing bicep curls, and I was looking at him. I'm a very extroverted guy, very social. So I like to talk to people around me. So I saw him. He was with the Miklos. I don't know if you know Miklos. Went up to him and told him, "Hey, big guy," and we had a nice conversation. And we ended up exchanging Instagrams. And now he's running this community, and I'm doing my business. So now we're collaborating. You see, this one conversation we had, it made this happen. You see how nice this is, and you can't know the value of this without experiencing after. So the number one networking tip that costs you $0. Anyone can do it. You can do it anytime, right now. You can do it right now. Actually, never hold back a positive word. Always initiate with kindness. You like something about someone, point it out. You're not going to lose anything. Next time you go to the gym, you go to gymnastics, you go to the dancing class, whatever you usually do. Maybe in school here, you see your friend. They're not your friend yet, but you see them every day. Obviously, you have similar interests since you're in the same environment. Next time you see the guy with the funny looking shoes, with the nice earrings. Hey, love the shoes, man. Nice earrings. Where did you get those from? And you know what? They're going to smile. They're going to ask your name. And then you're going to have a nice conversation. You might end up being friends. Who knows what you're going to end up being? And that's how I met actually my business partner. A lot of my friends, probably my friends here, I met them this way. Some of my clients, I met them this way. That's how relationships are made. You should be the initiator. Don't wait for someone to approach you. Be the initiator. Initiate with kindness. Never hold back a positive word. All right? And number 3, you are the business. And more than the business itself, the more skills you have, the more business you're going to get. The more knowledge you have, the more business you're going to get. The sharper you look, the more business you're going to get. The more people you know, the more business you're going to get. As you've heard previously, a lot of the things that I've done multiple projects that I haven't even mentioned in this, but most of them made me zero. But what stuck with me is the knowledge, what I've built, my body. You know, the whole thing is your business. This is going to help you a lot. So strive for perfection. Perfection is the standard. And yeah, that's for point number 3. Point number 4, positioning. Now, positioning is much like networking. Yeah, it's a bit different. Honestly, I added this point just because I know you're going to have fun from it, but I don't know if it's going to benefit you right now. Positioning requires strategy. You want to network, but you can't network directly. You can't just walk up to Marcel and talk to him. You can't just message Karan and he'll reply and you'll have a relationship. That doesn't work with positioning. And we see it in our day-to-day lives. For example, This example is for the guys. When a girl likes you, she probably won't be upfront about it. She's not gonna come and say, Tom, I like you. Marcel, I love you. That rarely ever happens. Instead, she starts liking your stories. You start seeing her around you more often. She starts popping in your head more than usual. Okay, that's called black magic, so be careful from that. But do you think that's coincidence? Most of the time, it's not. And they know what they're doing. They're playing the game of positioning and translating that into your business. You're gonna find these amazing prospects. If you're running a business right now, you have this product, people are buying your product. But if you were placed in front of this prospect, and by prospect, I mean a potential client, you're gonna close the biggest deal in your company. But you just need this one conversation. But because you have this amazing idea, guess what? 1,000 other people have the same exact idea. So what are you guys doing? You're all sending messages. He's getting flooded with messages, emails, LinkedIn messages, DMs, all of it. And he doesn't look at any of them because everyone is trying to scam him. So what do you do here? Do you leave him? Do you move on to the next client? I don't think so. Not for me. He's a big client. We're going to close him. So you start looking at his circle. Maybe one of your friends knows one of his friends. Maybe one of your family members knows one of his family members. Maybe you know one of his coworkers. You need to find a strategy to connect with one of the people in his circle to actually get to know him, because this person is probably famous. He has a lot of money. You need to take this path. So you start making relationships with people, getting to know them, and then you get to know the big guy. And this may seem transactional, but it's not transactional, or that's not the mindset to have about it. Like, you're not there to scam them, to just take money out of them. You're trying to provide value, and you can't provide value without actually talking to them, right? So you get into their circle, you close that client, and once you close that client, guess what? One, you're in their circle right now. You made the money, the biggest deal in your company, and guess who else is in their circle? Their friends that are on the same level as them. So if you close a deal with this client, guess what? You can close 5 more deals, which are also massive deals. It's all about relationships. We've all already established that with many of the previous points. It's all about the people. So positioning, you have to find a way to position yourself in the field of the person you're trying to get into a relationship with. All right. Number 5, trading. Honestly, this subject isn't much about business, but I added it because everyone is into trading right now. I'm sure everyone here is either into trading, they want to get into it, they're thinking about it, because you know what, social media advertises it in such a nice way. You can make free money at this point. You can just click buy and sell, make some profits. Doesn't that sound like a dream? I'm sold on it, honestly. But here's the thing. I'm talking about this because I've been in the trading space for over 2 years now. You can never depend on trading as the main stream of income. You can have some good months. You can make thousands in a month, sure. But it's all about the economy. You can be the best trader in the world and study the graphs, do the lines, do all of it. It's all about the market. You can never predict the market 100%. It involves a lot of risks. So I always recommend people to do the following. Build cash flow and then look into investing or trading. You need the cash flow because trading isn't a sustainable stream of income. All right? Build cash flow from a business, from a job, from whatever you want, and then connect the profits with investing. That's the 5th point. The 6th point, and I kept the best for last year. And without this one factor, you don't have a business. You can be very bad at operations. You can be very bad at HR. You can do whatever you want. You can be bad at everything. That's one thing. And that's sales and marketing. Without sales, you don't have a business. You don't have money. Don't call it a business. And sales is it's one of the hardest things to learn, but it's the most important. And that's why most people don't make it in business, because they're afraid of sales. Sales is a dangerous game. You can read all the books. You can talk to as many mentors as you want. You can take all the courses. Sales is only really learned through experience, because you can't hide behind the screen. It involves a confrontation. You being one-on-one with someone. Then they have to trust you. They have to believe in the product as much as you do. And you may not believe in your product at first. That's a really bad thing to have. But sales is a dangerous game. So you need to experience it. And my advice for you and for the people who do have a business idea, I want you to start with it immediately. Build the product, the service, whatever you want to do it, or build it to the extent of it being able to help other people. Don't try to perfect it. It's never going to be perfect. And the moment it could start helping other people, start sales, start marketing to actually get some feedback from the market. And sales, most important skill you can ever learn. Can't say it enough. And for the people who don't have a business idea, I advise you to get a sales job, and you can put it on steroids by getting a commissions only job, which means that you don't get paid unless you get the money. And that's business actually. So if you get a sales job, that's the closest thing you can have to actually owning a business. So honestly, I can talk about this subject for the whole day, but I'm going to give you 3 things you can implement today to at least make some money from sales or running a business. If you implement only those 3, you're going to make it. You're going to be okay. One is quantity. There's this guy I look up to in the business space. He's called Alex Hormozy. He has a quote which says, volume negates luck, which means the more volume you do, the luckier you're going to get. So you can create your luck by putting in more reps. Now, when you're just starting out, which I think a lot of you are, you're going to suck. Totally okay. Everyone has been there. Totally fine. But because you're just starting out and you're trying to make it, you can actually make some sales by putting in enough quantity. Now, you may start off by contacting 5 people a day, 10 people a day, just for them to know about your product. But this won't make it. You need to up your numbers. Just try to increase the numbers as much as you can to meet one client that's actually interested in your product. And it doesn't matter that you suck. What matters is the product here. You may be nervous all the way through. You may stutter. You may not believe in your product. All of this. But in this case, you don't matter. The product matters because you found the person for the product. All right. So you're going to get some sales in the beginning. And with volume, you're not just going to get some sales. You're actually going to get better because with more reps, with more practice, we all know it, practice makes perfect. So quantity is everything. Without quantity, even if Jeff Bezos talked or tried to close one deal, it's not sustainable. You need quantity. So that's number 1. Number 2, move on. Move on as fast as possible. Listen, business is hard. You're going to get rejected countless times. You're going to pitch your product here, put your product there, talk to this person about it. You're going to get rejected a lot of times. Not interested. No, I don't want that. You're going to get blocked sometimes. And sometimes you're going to get some police called on you. Be careful from that. But you have to move on very fast. There is this energy that comes from you when you move on very fast. If you get rejected, for example, Karam here, I wanted to pitch him my product and he told me, I'm not interested. I'm going to say it's totally fine. On to the next prospect. And guess what? The faster you move on, the more quantity you're going to be able to get. Subsequently, you're going to be able to get more sales and get more money. So do as many reps as possible, move on as fast as possible. And then you do number 3, analysis. You can get some money from here. You can get some money from there. Analysis is what gives you consistent results. On every sales call you do, let's say you're running a business right now, you're pitching your product to this person, always record your calls. Why did you close this client? Why did you not close that client? Why did this person not engage with me as much? Why did they break eye contact? Everything. Take notes of everything and compile it into one piece of paper, one Word document, one database. You should have it in front of you. And from that analysis, now you can make a script, for example, a script that worked with you more than once. So it's a proven script. You have a 30% closing rate on this script, for example. So you know that this will actually get me money. So this point, analyze and optimize. You stop doing the hit and miss kind of approach. You start actually having a strategy and making consistent money. And that's it. Those are the points for today. And that's gonna be it. So the summary of the whole session: 1, people over everything. Collaborate, support each other, always be there for each other. People over everything. If you don't have people, you're going to be unhappy no matter what you do. People over everything. 2, networking is everything. When you see someone and you see something you like about them, tell them that you like this one thing about them. Approach them with positivity. Never hold back a positive word, so on and so forth. Number 3 is you are the business, and more than the business itself. Everything you do counts and it will help you in your business and in your personal life. Strive for perfection. Number 4 is positioning. Position yourself in the person's circle that you want to have a relationship with. And number 5, trading. Don't depend on it as a main stream of income. Build cash flow and then look into investing. And number 6, marketing and sales. Precisely sales. Quantity. Move on as fast as possible and then analyze and optimize. And that's going to be it for today. Yeah, before we transition into a Q&A session and get to know each other, I just want to say that you being here is one step in the right direction. You've chosen to take another step. You've chosen, it shows that you're curious about life. You want something more. And that's honestly a very big step. You're putting in more effort. Good job. So a big clap for everyone here. And I want to end it with a challenge. So you actually do something out of what we spoke about today, and not just, I'm not here to motivate you or give you information for nothing. It would be a waste of time. You want to put it into work, into action, and actually get something out of it. You know the right step to take right now. Do you? Don't lie to me right now. Do you? Okay, great. The moment you get back home today, before eating, before sleeping, before doing whatever you usually do, work on that one thing that just popped up in your head for 30 minutes before doing anything else. Now you have some momentum. Now you have some like inspiration, whatever you want to call it. We want to build that momentum. And honestly, this one step might change your whole life. And our goal here, I think, is to win so big that people question if what we're doing is legal.